Hello, I'm Jose, and this is the Cinematic Dogma podcast. I'm joined, as every week, by my, not new, but one of my favorite friends, Blake.
You're my favorite podcast co-host from 2025.
Glad to hear that I'm in your top one of options. Okay, and today we have another special episode where we're going to be looking back at last year, but instead of only looking at the movies that they were released during that year, we're going to be talking about movies that we watched last year that they were not from release that year, theatrical release. I expect that there is not another curveball here.
No, I couldn't find a way to bend the rules for this one.
Okay, good. And maybe we haven't recorded about all of those ones. It's not a requirement.
Yeah, although on my list we did record about all of them, I think.
Oh, good. For me, there are a couple of them.
Oh, nice. Okay, I can't wait to hear about those.
Cool. What about if I start? And we'll start. Actually, we recorded about 3. Now that I look about it, I will start with all-time favorites of us that I randomly got to watch a month ago. Randomly, that is The Fall.
Ooh, excellent pick. Yes, tell me more.
Thank you. So we were at my boyfriend's house, and we were hanging out with a friend of his that he really likes cinema too. His girlfriend was talking with me about movies that she liked, and we both landed in this oh my god, I love The Fall, and she was like, oh yeah, I love it too. And his friend, this friend, is he had never watched it, and he loves cinema, and I was like, wait, you never watched The Fall? I mean, it's not Criterion Collection level, almost, but it's not a elevated artsy. It's a bit artsy fartsy. Let's just say that it's not going to be the top 10 of most people that they know about cinema, but it's still a heartwarming story. And we were talking about child actors, and I was saying this girl, I should hate her, but I can't. I love her. I love that little girl, how she acts. It's such endearing movie that I forced the 4 of us to watch it. So my boyfriend wants to watch it for the first. Yeah.
Your boyfriend saw it for the first time that night?
Yep. He got his default cherry pop, So we went back to his friend's place, and we just watched it that night in movie. So 4K, a giant projector. It was a really, really good experience.
That sounds like magic, to be honest.
Yeah. And it's one of those movies that every time that I watch it, is it perfect? No, it's not. But it's such a magic experience rewatching it every time. I don't get tired, So I think that if I watch it any year that I watch it, it's going to be making my list of favorite things that I rewatched that year.
I'm sure I've told you this 70 times during our friendship, but my favorite movie theater in Utah was 50 miles away. And one night it was 6 p.m. All the movies started at 7 p.m. And I decided I wanted to go see a movie. I looked at the show times. There was a movie called The Fall. I knew nothing about it. So I just jumped in my car, drove 50 miles in an hour, sat down, and just saw it, knowing nothing about the movie. Oh. And I was like, what the fuck did I just see? It's the most amazing movie ever. That's an exaggeration, but I enjoyed it so much. And so, yes, it's just a magic movie.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that is better to approach. Just have no expectations. It's just go for having a good time, and whatever you get on top of it, great. Because you're going to get more. But I don't go into, oh my god, this is going to be mind-blowing and change my life. Maybe will. Probably you won't, but you're going to have a blast.
Yeah, go in for a fun ride, a pretty ride.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good pick. That was my first pick.
Good pick, Jose.
Thank you.
So before I give my first pick, I just want to give a caveat that I watched a lot of my all-time favorites in 2025. So.
Oh my god, is this going to be all Ingmar Bergman?
No, a little more basic bitch from the 90s, Blake.
Is it going
So
to be Clueless?
not basic bitch 90s, but pretty basic bitch 90s. So my first pick is and there's no shame in this, American Beauty, 1999.
Oh, nice.
It's a fucking good movie.
It is.
The further
Infuriatingly good.
right, the further I get away from watching it, like I feel like there's a little bit of a guilt that comes in, and I'm like, nah, that must be a guilty pleasure or somewhat. And then you watch it again, and you're like, no,
This
this
is good.
is serious cinema, and it's incredible. And I rewatched it, and its meaning changes a little bit with the way society changes and different attitudes towards sex and homosexuality and beauty and pedophilia, and it's just intellectually thorny rather than comforting, and it's amazing.
Let me just ask you something. Do you think that that movie could have been released this year?
At Sundance.
Well, but I mean like a main release.
No, I don't think a studio would release that. I don't think a Netflix would release that.
That's very interesting because what you said about like the pedophilia or about like the sexuality and violence and beauty is like, it's interesting how society has changed on those topics.
Everything has to be so advertiser friendly now. So
Yep.
advertiser friendly.
Yeah. No, really good pick. I love that movie. Yeah, and it's a bit of infuriatingly good because I wish that it wasn't. So I could say that it's like, oh yeah, Kevin Spacey wasn't that good, but it's like, no, the fucker was good.
He was
The fucker was good. Yeah.
freakishly,
Right.
annoyingly good.
Yeah. So my next one that I rewatched, like in the border of the year, and as we're talking about like movies that I couldn't be released again on this year, Happiness.
Ooh, I'm jealous of your list so far.
But it's like, I bought the Criterion collection because we have discussed several times that it's still important to have some physical media because with all of the conglomerates of different like distributors like just dying, is that you don't know who is going to be owning those rights in the future. And if it's Netflix, we know that they are willing to retouch things and just remove them from everywhere. So for me, it's like this is a movie that I know that it cannot be released by nowadays standard. It can't. It definitely can't. I was like just watching some of the extra content with Todd Solondz, and he was saying that yeah, it was a bit of a weird experiment because I wasn't sure if people were going to be like hating that one of the main characters is a pedophile, but they also the reaction of people in the room in the theaters, it was almost like empathy about like, oh, is he going to get caught? Oh my god, is he going? When they knew that he was terrible and what he did. So it's a bit of a social experiment about like, oh, this is so good that it makes you feel this weird conflicting feeling, because you try to humanize like one of the worst persons in the world.
I'm not saying that everyone who watches Todd Solondz is a pedophile, but I am saying that watching a Todd Solondz film is in a weird way like holding up a very uncomfortable mirror. Like it makes you re-examine yourself in the weirdest way, and it just makes you feel weird, and it's such
Yep.
an interesting experience. And as well as I know you, I am constantly surprised at how much you like Todd Solondz, and I love it so much because I love him.
Yeah, yeah. It's such a unique thing. It's like no one else does.
Nobody.
No, I mean it could be like John Waters, but it's like John Waters like just takes it to the camp and crash state. It's like those shows dance such a weird dance into hey, I want to just ridiculize like American dream suburbia kind of lifestyle and tamper with it. I don't know. It's every time that I watch it, it's like how come was this in cinemas? How come do I have like people like Philip Seymour Hoffman in a movie like this?
Oh, so your question has an obvious answer.
Oh yeah, it's no. It's definitely no. This movie could not be released this year.
All right.
Eh? What is your next pick?
Excellent pick. Excellent pick.
Thank you.
My pick next is the 2016 film Moonlight by Barry Jenkins.
That's okay. That's amazing because I had until the last second Moonlight and I replaced it for Happiness.
Whoa, that should be flip flopped. I should have Happiness and you should have Moonlight. It surprises me it's on my list, and much like American Beauty, Moonlight is a film that I forget how good it is. And then I think it was your idea for us to rewatch it in 2025, and then I remembered. I forget partly because it's not exactly my favorite type of movie, but when we watched it, I was like, whoa, this movie has the ability to make you forget everything but the film itself while you're watching it, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and this is that I think that we discussed it when we rewatched it, that it's an important LGBT film, but it explores like the fragile masculinity, especially like with black people, that I feel is like, there are not so many films that they do that, and in a tasteful way.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Excellent. And also, my husband is a sex therapist, so he tells me a lot of stories about how his clients really struggle specifically with sexual intimacy, which is something I didn't know existed. And so through the lens of his practice, I see Moonlight in this really weird way about these poor gay men that just have no idea how to have intimacy. And it just it sheds this whole new light on it. And it breaks my heart for these poor gay men. Anyway, I love this movie. And it's thanks to you that I like this movie so much. So thanks, Jose.
No, of course. No, thanks. That's a really great pick. I love it. And I told you, it's like I was debating if picking it, but in the last second, I was like, Happiness touched my soul in a very uncomfortable way that I like. Okay, but just following with the trend that you said about like just feeling uncomfortable about intimacy with the same sex, I'm going to go with Y tu mamá también.
Again. I like your list. I like your list a lot.
Okay. Yeah. This has been always like a pending movie for me to watch. It has been like always like, it's just Maribel Verdú being like a sex symbol, like a sex object. When I watch it, I felt it's like, oh my God, this is like way much more layer than what it feels. Is that you can have like the sexuality of these two kids like just trying to compensate with the bravado of the late teens, You also have like this woman, like basically, spoiler alert, dying in a different country and just like processing like all of that trauma. You have like the backdrop of a country still like figuring itself, It just felt like a magic road trip. When you said about like thinking about it, it's like, this is a movie that left me like just thinking about it, about like, this shit is good. It's way better than I had
class
anticipated.
Relations, like becoming a man, there was just like everything, but like super well done. Like it wasn't like hitting you over the head.
No. It feels organic. It feels like, hey, I'm here with these kids. I'm part of their friendship, of that kind of sexual discovery trip that they go into, So yeah, that was like something I think that you recommended, I think.
I did, and I'm very happy you liked it. I liked that movie a lot.
Yeah, but good pick. Yeah, next one.
Plus, oh my God, how can I not remember his name? Not Diego Luna, but Gael.
Gael Garcia.
Plus Gael's naked.
Also, both of them are naked, no?
Yeah, but Gael's the one that's matter. The one that matters.
Okay. Oh, and I cannot say, and I think that I watched it like in some list of the best scenes ever in cinema, when Maribel Verdú starts dancing and then the two of them go dance with her.
It's quite a good scene. I don't know if it's one of the best scenes ever, but it's a very good scene.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, which one's your next one?
To jump back to Moonlight really quick, I don't think they were censored to be this, but this film could be made today. It's only 10 years old. Yeah. Do you think Y tu mamá también could be made today?
I think so. I think so. Is that maybe some naked scenes they will be like a bit edited, because I think that is like very how it goes through sex is very unfiltered. Is that these are horny teenagers being horny, and it's like I think that they will be a bit more of a implicit instead of so explicit. Because
Agreed.
now our reality, yeah, is a bit more afraid of sex for whatever reason.
All right. My third pick, which is going to surprise you as much as it surprised me, and I spent a lot of time looking for a replacement. Directed by Ryan Coogler, I picked the vampire film Sinners.
What?
I know. Yes, it appears on both the best films released in 2025, but also my favorite films that I watched in 2025. And again, this is a product of me spending the last 3 or 4 weeks rewatching all of my favorite scenes from the film.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I thought that the premise was like movies that they were not released in 2025 that we watched in 2025.
Oh, okay. Well, I did pick two backups in case that was not the
Okay.
case. So strike that and let me jump to my next one because, again, I was prepared.
Nice.
71
Don't say Black
fragments
Swan.
of a chronology of chance.
Okay, interesting.
Yes. Directed by Michael Haneke, released in 1994. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, it's on-screen violence without on-screen violence. Haneke wants to beat the shit out of me by telling me I'm a bad person. I mean, I don't know what else to say. You saw the movie. We all know Haneke.
Yep. It's such a torture, especially this movie that that is like, yeah, there is going to be like something really bad happening at the end of this. The build up. And it's like you cannot pull away from it.
And he's going to make me implicit I'm going to volunteer to be implicit and I'm going to feel bad about it.
That's a good pick. Yeah, yeah. It's always good to pick like something by Haneke.
And that won the Palme d'Or, right? I think 71
I
fragments, or it was nominated. Or anyway, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright. No, that's a good pick. Yeah. I was afraid that you're going to be like picking up Black Swan for just like getting something in both lists.
No.
But yeah, the next one. Let me just check which one of the remaining two I should go. Okay. These two is that we haven't recorded about them. I'm going to go with Raging Bull. That is 70 something.
Oh, you texted me over the holidays.
Oh, it's 1980. I was shocked about like how good, because like look, fucking boxing movies is that there is a reason why we only do like Rocky, Creed, and stuff like that, because the character study of a boxer, it has to be as boring as a table, and I was mind blown. It was like a reminder why Scorsese, it's so good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's like from a technical perspective, it feels so avant-garde and almost at the same time like grounded. It's such a weird like middle ground, but it's like the result of the 70s cinema that is like, let's fucking experiment with this. Let's see exactly like what happened. So you see like most of the elements that he played with like still during the 90s and even the early 2000s, there is like I will accelerate this scene just for the sake of it, and then I'm going to be like doing a slow motion, and then I'm going to be like doing this part like super like how do you say, like frantic, and then this is just a single take for the sake of it. There is like such a kind of hey, you're playing with all of these elements, but they come in together artistically, it's a bit of a, it's almost like effortlessly, but there is like a lot of talent behind.
Do you think I would like it?
I think that you could appreciate it from the cinema making perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could it be made today? It's now nearly 50 years old.
Oh shit! Yeah. Thanks for reminding me my age. But yeah, I think that it could be done today. The thing is, like, it wouldn't be so artistic. I think that it would be like more melodramatic, more than, hey, I'm just going to be like narrating this and I'm going to be like making the boxing violence like super artistic. It's like, no, this is going to be like more grounded. and more melodramatic.
Well, this is a great stain on my reputation as a cinema lover that I haven't seen it. So
Yeah, no, it has been like pending for me on my list. I don't know if it was on HBO or on Netflix or whatever, like to watch for a very long time. And I just said, that, okay, let's just put it for the playing, and I watch it like have on the play, have on the TV. It was like, this is good. This is good cinema.
all right.
Right?
A Scorsese film. I feel like that's a little uncommon for to show up on a list of either of us. Huh.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah. So what is next from your side?
This one I am so happy to have picked and to have watched with you. It used to be my favorite film of all time. The Spike Lee joint 25th Hour with Ed Norton, Anna Paquin, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Barry fucking Pepper.
The cast of that movie is so weird.
I was very worried that when I rewatched it, you watched it for the first time, it would be embarrassing that it wasn't good. But I was deeply relieved that it was good and that you liked it, and that it resonated with me again as a 40-year-old. It's a great movie, and it held up over time, which is deeply concerning because what was okay in 2002 is almost not ever okay in 2026.
Yeah, no, that's a really good pick. Is that I didn't think too much about it, but it's like when someone mentions it, is like I remember like really liking it.
And I'm surprised, honestly, after rewatching it, that it's not more beloved now. Nobody ever talks about that film ever, but anyway, I love it. That's enough for me.
Yeah, because I think that Spike Lee has a very, very iconic movies that they do the right thing. For example, there is okay, you have like this Olympus of movies, and then you have like some movies that they are not that good, like making a remake of Old Boy, and then you have like a lot of in between. That is like people
and those
don't
ones just get looked over.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this should be on the in between. I think that this is like one of the good ones, but
I do think that there's enough problematic content that would need to be addressed.
In the 25th hour?
Yeah, like, do you remember Edward Norton's famous speech? It's pretty racist. I mean, the problem is that it's racist in the film, but they wouldn't even allow that in a movie today. Like, so there would be significant changes to it. But the overall story could be told, but there would be changes.
Yeah. No. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's a really good pick. I don't know why I haven't thought too much about it again, but it's a good one. Okay. Cool. And for my last one, I'm going to go with a Danish movie from 2012 from Thomas Vinterberg, The Hunt.
No.
Yeah. I just following, like the trend of pedophiles and the likes, or maybe not. Who knows?
We don't know.
We don't know. It's left to the interpretation. The Hunt, I really like it. I don't know why I have like a bit of a weak spot for this kind of mob mentality of something bad happening and people losing like all kind of objectivity and just like rolling together into some kind of blob of stupidity, or maybe not, we don't know, but just about like removing like individual thought for just being the collective thought. And I think that The Hunt captures that like perfect, and just like the being victim of that.
And it's terrifying because it's so realistic.
Yeah, it's hyper realistic. It's not Dogma, thank God, because there is a dog, poor fucking dog, but yes,
I forgot.
Yeah.
What is the name of that actor? Mads Mikkelsen?
It's Mads Mikkelsen, yeah.
That guy's incredible in that role. He's so good. Everyone is incredible. I mean, it's no Dogma 95, but it's close.
It's close. Yeah, it's Thomas Vinterberg. I mean, he's a really, really good director. I think that if we were objective, maybe this is the best Danish director Let's just leave it for another day.
Ooh, well, until next time, everyone.
Come on. Celebration, another round.
No, it's
These-
true. Vinderberg is good. A celebration, man. Oof.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like really surprised. It has been like a movie that I postponed like many times watching. I think that I asked you like some time ago, and you told me, "Oh yeah, it's good," but I never heard like anything like 100% about like, "Hey, this is amazing. You have to watch it." And it was like a gripping story, like the kind of I cannot look away, but also at the same time I'm suffering for this guy, or maybe not because maybe he's terrible. I don't know.
Yeah, that movie, I really liked it, and I'm super happy you did too.
Yeah.
Good pick. Can I score your list? Because it's like a 9. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What is
Could
the
that
rest?
movie be made today?
Yes, I think that this movie, as it is, could be done today. Still today. I don't know if in 5 years it would be able to be done, but I don't. I think that it plays with. It plays. It dances in this very like thin line. In between, should we trust every single time that we hear one of these things? Because this was before all of the Me Too movement. And it's a bit of a the reaction.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the reaction is a bit of a this girl is asked some leading questions. She doesn't really know what she's answering, and she basically destroys the life of this person. So the movie is presenting you but what if she didn't know what she was answering? What if people are reacting to something that they should have inspected a bit closer before reacting in this specific way? And it's a bit of after the Me Too movement, it's like, I don't know if that thin line can be danced in the same way. I still think that today, maybe, but I don't know if in 5 years or 10 it could be okay.
I don't remember the film well enough. It's been like 5-10 years to comment on those specifics, but you're making me really want to watch it again.
Yep. It's a hard watch, but it's a good watch.
You're making it sound like a Josh Safdie film.
No, this is a movie. As I told you before we started recording, I wouldn't watch any Josh Safdie movie ever again. I will watch anything that comes from Winterberg. I know that I will suffer through it because even another round is half a comedy is not an easy watch.
Well, yeah, you said this could be made, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Today. Yeah.
Today.
What about your last pick?
So I have 2 films written down. One that I want to be true, and the real answer.
Please.
The one I wish I was intellectual enough to write down is La Piscine.
But you went with La Ciénaga.
I went with Jaws.
That's an excellent pick.
I know. I just never thought I'd put a Steven Spielberg movie on my list. But again, going with the theme of my list, these are movies that like you forget how good they are until you watch them. But when we rewatch, or when I rewatch Jaws, the storytelling, it's like the pacing, the special effects, the acting is so spot on. And 2025 was like a rewatching the classics for me. And I like to make fun of Spielberg, but in the 70s, at least, he knew what he was doing. So good for you, Steven. It's a good movie.
Yeah. I think that's interesting. I mean, it's similar to on Raging Bull. Is like Jaws is from 75. And it's also like that time that is like they were willing to experiment more. Like with what can you do? Now it's like, oh no, you want to do special effects? It's like you have to go crazy into CGI and blah blah blah. There are very few different ways of doing it because of what the audience wants. But it's like at that point, it's like Spielberg could go in whatever direction, and he did an amazing job about like, hey, I'm going to be like building not 1 but 2, like Jaws, like the sharks, for actually like this role. Yeah.
And get the point across way better than if he had like an Avatar budget, right? Like, because the direction is so strong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a really good pick. Yeah, and it's easy to forget it because it's a bit of a, hey, it's entertaining. It's a blockbuster, but it's like no, he invented blockbusters with this.
Yep. And I think this movie could easily get made. This is what Netflix executives are chasing right now, that kind of bite-sized, no pun intended, the bite-sized level talent like that
Yeah.
they can produce on a cheap scale.
Yeah, so like that movie from Netflix, Under Paris.
Under Paris? No, I don't.
Yeah, so it's basically before the Olympics that after cleaning the Seine, suddenly like a lot of sharks like just go into the Seine.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it's something that Netflix could have done. It wouldn't have been as good, but yeah.
All right, maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Wait, no, that was a really good pick. I like the 90s, well, 90s and early, kind of picks. I thought that was interesting.
Some surprises on both of our lists. Scorsese, Spielberg, but your list
Yeah,
was
definitely.
better. I'll give it to you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I didn't want to emphasize it because I agree with you, but yes, yours was good too. Okay, anything else to say about our rewatches?
It was a good 2025, but here's to a better 2026.
Let's hope so.
Fingers
And
crossed.
and to everyone out there, stay safe. Thank you so much for putting up with us.
And until next time.
Bye.